Just do it, you prick.
I'm betting Kate will save him. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Invincible, Season 2, Episode 6. Yes, Episode 6. Previously on Episode 5, we were left on a very, I would say, kind of big clip. I can't believe you're gonna do that to me. Bro, you can't just cut me off in the middle of a sentence. Like, that's not how you use the Invincible thing. Bro, stop doing that. Now, you guys watching, you might be like, what the fuck is this guy doing? He edits his own videos. Like, what the fuck is he doing? Yeah, well, I'm a whole other being when I'm editing. It's like talking to yourself, except you're not doing it actively. You're like interacting with your future self as well as your past self. I'm tired. I'm running on very little sleep. Unfortunately, I have a very annoying injury in a very annoying place. Basically in a joint near my armpit. And let's just say whenever I move my head, it fucking hurts. And I'm sure, you know, all of you guys know how bad injuries are when they're like located in a joint or like at a joint somewhere. It's the worst. It heals so much slower because, well, you're constantly moving that shit, right? So it's like, anyway, my point is, previously on episode 5, we went to space. They went to space because they had to intercept a, you know, the Martian fucking facehuggers before they got to Earth. Meanwhile, some of the team was left on Earth, who also got into a lot of trouble with the Lizard King or whatever the fuck. And apparently, like, they got their ass kicked. I mean, they still, you know, dished out some damage as well, but apparently the bee lady, complete side character, by the way, the one who can shrink herself, got crushed. They tried to do the whole, oh, Ant-Man goes into Thanos' asshole strategy. And she like got eaten when she was little and then decided, oh, I'm gonna expand, right? I'm gonna expand inside of him. Got crushed. Yep. And then the other one, the one that clones herself, apparently also seemingly got killed, even though I think she didn't entirely get killed. And then yeah, the main group in space on the spaceship was also getting overrun by those facehuggers. So I guess we'll just see, you know, how it goes and where we go from here. Fucker! Fucker!
So brave. But is it the brave man who survives? Or is it the one who waits until his opponent is too able
I am
to
the one
fight?
who waits.
Just do it, you prick.
I'm betting Kate will save him. I mean, I guess I was wrong. Okay, I mean, this goes to show how accustomed I've gotten to just expecting the traditional beats of storytelling, right? I mean, the way they made it seem was 100% that someone was gonna save them. Like, I mean, the bad stuff has already happened. They essentially, you know, already had their losses with the other two, and now once, like, you know, the last one is also about to die, but then gets saved at the last second. Like, that would make sense, right? Like, that's kind of very obviously what they were kind of leading up to, or at least you would think so. I do think, before we move on, I do think that they are playing into it a little too much. They're having too much fun with subverting expectations, as it were. But as long as they can keep things entertaining and not just completely throw away characters for no reason, like they are doing here, in my opinion, I think it's completely fine to kill off characters, by the way. And I think it's completely fine to kill off characters in a very nonchalant way. But when you have an opportunity, like here, where you could have had this character survive by being saved by Kate or whatever, or someone else, doesn't matter. Point is, they've taken their losses, and now this character would grow because of those deaths. They kind of really like doing this subverting our expectations thing, where they just, they make you think that, oh, okay, this guy's 100% gonna get saved, right? No, they just kill him. I'm not gonna pause too much, but like, they do this thing where they spend a lot of time on these characters, and then they just easily kill them. I get the idea that they're going for, you know, that every character is very much expendable, and you never know when they're just gonna keel over, right? I kind of get what they're doing, but at the same time, it's just a little bit unfortunate when, you know, you have characters who you've been spending time with just die so easily, right? And this is fine for a while. For instance, like, I mean, as an example, take Attack on Titan, right? If you've seen if you've seen the show, you probably know season 2, episode 6. I think it was episode 6. The nonchalant, casual reveal, right? And like, you can do that in a show, like a very casual, like, oh shit, you didn't expect it, or like, oh shit, this just came out of nowhere. But when you keep doing that over and over, it kind of gets old. I'm just saying. It hasn't gotten old yet in this show, but I'd rather them not throw characters away so easily, especially if we spend a lot of time on them. Because then death itself, it will matter less. Death is only useful as long as you care about the characters dying, right? It's only useful as a story beat if you care about the fact that the characters die. Now, if characters just constantly die for no reason, basically, or very basic ass scenarios, it's like you don't really get attached to the characters because you know that the show is going to kill them off in stupid ways, right? I do understand that they want the situations and scenarios that they're in to seem serious and life-threatening, but again, sometimes you gotta make your character survive.
You could have been useful servants. We will grant you death instead.
Look out below! I'm not as strong as Eve, but I can keep them away for a few minutes.
A few minutes is all I need.
Take 'em. Ow, 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 ow. Please hurry.
Marie?
Done. Tell them someone has to.
Get this close to us and then press the button. Anyone? Please hurry. Someone. Anyone.
Give it to me. I'll do it.
How dare you!
Stop it. I'm stronger and faster than you, and you know it.
Don't fail.
Cover me.
One thing I want to really quickly mention is that, you know, they keep doing the subverting expectation thing, but the one thing they still kind of keep in, which is kind of bullshit. One thing that I've always thought was bullshit was you have this big fight going on, every moment counts, and characters start having a conversation. Like, I mean, like, if you're, come on, like, if you're gonna, like, subvert our expectations, at least get rid of that stupid, like, trope, you know? And yeah, they said a couple of words here, like, a few, like, a sentence here, a sentence there, but, like, it's still a kind of bullshit, right? There shouldn't be some sort of question of, like, who does it. It should just be the first person who takes it goes, right? And the first person that should have taken it is Invincible. There shouldn't have been any kind of, like, conversation about it. It's just that Invincible flies past, grabs it, goes full on immediately towards the objective, right? And it's like, you know, like, you don't have to put these things in.
No. I can't keep them down.
Uh-oh. They got in. How close do you have to be for this?
to. Yes.
Is this guy still alive? What the fuck?
Did you?
Ah, son of a bitch.
Told you we were too powerful.
Maybe there's some juice left in this thing?
The problem with this is that those are the two people that we need for this mission. Oh, I guess there was juice in there left.
Yeah. Just happy to be me again.
Yes, hooray! 10 out of 10. We need to go now.
The Guardians are dead. They're so dead, they've made quite the mess of your precious little missile base. I'm not sure you'll ever get the floors clean again, destroying half of the nation.
Huh? How is this guy still alive? Dude has a fucking hole in his head.
Look at this brave little soldier. Seems like the loss of your brain hasn't hurt you as much as one would expect. Oh my, how sad.
Honestly, how is this guy still alive? Like, I'm not gonna lie. Dude has a hole in his head. Then again, he has some sort of power, right? So it's like, maybe he has some sort of super healing or something.
Totally good. Huh? Never better? You know me. I'm
Practically invincible, yep. Honestly? Okay, there he goes. She's still alive.
Jesus.
Maybe none of them died. I would imagine Kate. I would imagine Kate as well is still alive. And apparently all of them survived. They're definitely.
You saved us from the sequids, and for that we are grateful.
Yeah, you're welcome. Look, we gotta go.
But we cannot permit you to leave with the great betrayer.
Me?
This is all you're doing. You must remain here for punishment.
What kind of punishment?
Death.
I understand.
This is as fast as it goes.
I mean, yeah, I mean, they play it off kind of superhero, comic booky, you know, kind of funny. But like, I'm just saying, like, if I was telling a serious story, and I was writing this, I would, like, this would definitely be kind of a, almost like a turning point of, you know, a hero would be like, yes, I understand, and would stay behind and would sacrifice himself. I'm reminded of something like, you know, fucking, what's his name, Jack Sparrow, right? Yeah, he got, like, tricked, and, you know, he got chained to his ship. But then, you know, he got out of the chain, and then instead of running and trying everything he can to escape, he turned to the monster, looked it in his hole, and then was like, "Hello there, beastie," or something, right? I don't remember exactly what he said, but you know, like kind of like that, where it's like, yeah, you know, you've done bad, it's time to own up to it. Look your own death in the eye. What are you gonna do? Bro.
Sorry.
So, I mean, I guess they were trying to save the Earth by stopping the ship. I guess killing some Martians is no big deal.
That's amazing.
Thanks. Yeah, well, you know, I trained with the best.
Yeah, these two 100% gonna get together. Or at least, most likely, that's the idea. Let's be honest, right? Because, like, Eve is almost like the main girl, and Invincible is the main guy, and you know how it always goes, right? The main guy will get together with the main girl. Most likely, they're probably gonna keep it in the back pocket, you know, just in case they want to add some spice into the show or whatever. They're like, we'll see how it goes, right? Like, we can always put in some more drama with Invincible and fuck, what was her name? Rachel, maybe? Fuck, I don't remember. Amber, right? If they want to add some more drama, they can like have them break up, I guess, and then Eve, you know, even and Mark, you know, get together. Yeah.
I changed myself. Fixed the problem. I can do the same for you.
Don't.
But it just makes sense.
I said don't.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
I wonder why Monster Girl is so adamant about not like trying to solve her problem. Maybe she really tried already and she's just given up and she doesn't want false hope.
Your mom is far, far away, and your dad
Is a horrible monster who killed thousands. Really? She was honestly the last person I thought was going to die. Kate was the only person who I actually thought was going to survive because of her, you know, the way her power is. She could still be alive. That's what I'm saying. Could very well be a situation where, like I said, I think the last episode, where her power is kind of like she can have clones, make clones, so she doesn't even have to fight at all. Or her original body doesn't have to fight at all. So I wouldn't be surprised if she just comes back and is like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm still alive. But I guess we'll see.
Good job, Oliver.
Oliver?
Mark.
Bruh.
Kate Chaw was a fearless warrior. Though her powers came from a family curse, she believed they were a gift to help those around her.
Dude, I actually wouldn't be surprised if she's still alive, but her original body is like just very, like in like a different country. I mean, then again, I suppose she could call.
That was Kate's real power.
I was gonna think maybe she's in a different country, that's why she's like, you know, they have enough time to set up a funeral and everything like this.
Even when it killed her over and over and over again, Kate never stopped believing that and encouraged me to do the same. Why do I feel this way, Marcus?
Because you loved her, man.
I loved many others before Kate. All of them died as well. But this is different. I thought we had more time together.
Rip. Potentially. I'm sus. I probably shouldn't be, but I'm sus.
How's your mom?
Sorry, you go.
No, you go. Please.
So classes are.
God, this
going
is
okay?
cringe.
I mean,
This is
I'm at
like
the point where I just roll out of bed and go
the
to lectures in my
most
pajamas.
boring part of superhero stories. The most like cringe and like lame
How's your
part
new
of superhero
brother?
stories.
Is he adjusting? Is your mom losing her mind yet?
I mean, I get
Oliver's doing
that
great.
they
Yeah,
wanna
they really get along.
have that like, oh, superheroes have a normal life, and you know they're running into drama in their normal life. But no one fucking watches
It turns out
superheroes for their
distraction
normal
baby still
life,
has enzymes
right?
to break
Like
down
no one watches Clark Kent.
We're
They
hoping he's
want
still trying.
to see Superman. They
Ah,
want to see the moment where Clark Kent is like, oh shit, gotta go
okay,
Superman.
Can I just say this feels like a first date?
Yeah, a bad first date. Really thought college would be different, right? You know, like late night study sessions, secret dorm parties, spending time with my girlfriend. We hang out less than we did before we went to college.
Whenever my friends here ask where you are, I'm always like, oh, Mark's studying for an exam, or he went home for the weekend. I hate lying to them, Mark. And I have no one to talk to about it. I mean, sure, there's William, but he's more your friend than mine.
And this is kind of what I'm saying, right? Superheroes having a quote-unquote normal life and a normal relationship, it's like their quote-unquote job has them on call all the time. There is no, I'm gonna take a break today. I'm gonna call in sick today. There's none of that. When when the world is in danger, you gotta go save it. I feel like them sacrificing their own their own life, normal life enjoyment, like a relationship, would be the first thing that they sacrifice.
And forget about everything else.
But you do have powers. And that means you have an obligation to make the world a
Exactly.
better place. And if you didn't feel that way,
And an obligation to sacrifice his own normal life. That means his relationship with you. I'm just saying, you know?
So, what do we do now?
Break up. Forget this whole fucking storyline, please. It's cringe. Fucking teen cringe drama. Ugh.
Mark, look who's back.
Guess who's back?
Rick,
Back again.
how are you feeling?
Hi, Mark.
Rick is back.
I guess I'm fine.
Tell our friend.
He's doing great. Doctors gave him a clean bill of health. Donald says he can come back to upstate, right?
Wow, Rick looks exactly the same. It's like nothing happened.
Something did happen. He went through intensive body reconstruction. That kind of trauma can resurface.
Donald, are you okay?
My name is Donald.
Tell William
Look,
I'll check in
Donald.
see how Rick's doing.
Okay.
How is this guy still alive?
You know, when that bullet went through my head, I saw my life flash before my eyes, and I didn't like what I saw. I was such a dick to Kate. To Eve, too. To every woman I've ever dated. None of them deserved it.
What is it about being a superhero where we go around saving lives while ruining them at the same time? Oh, hey, Eve, you here to see Rex?
Hey, I haven't seen you since Kate's funeral. Are you okay, Mark?
Yeah. No, I'm fine. Anyway, I gotta run, so I'll see you around.
Classic teens
Bye.
getting depressed. You see, you would think with a bunch of life-threatening traumatic events, they would learn that teen romance is not a priority in life for most people.
Hi, I'm April Howsam, here for the nanny position. Now, before we begin, you should know that Cecil sent me. Now, I wasn't supposed to tell you, but I think it's unacceptable to mislead a potential employer, especially one looking for someone to take care of their child. There's only a handful of people in the world with my skill set. This allows me job security and freedom from government oversight. I work for you, Miss Grayson.
Oh, she's good.
Period.
She's good.
You're the
Except the problem here with what she's saying is the moment you know that she's good, it stops working.
Cecil.
Duplicate's dead. Ray and Rex are in the hospital, and Immortal is... Oh, let's be frank, his head is not in the game right now. So what do you say? Ready to join the team?
I'm still figuring out what kind of hero I want to be, and that's not the kind of person you need on the Guardians. But you know how to find me if you need my help again.
Thanks for your time, Eve. I'll leave you to your guest now.
What guest?
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. Like, these superheroes, right? These Guardians. Yeah, they have some interesting powers, sure. But, like, for instance, what's the difference between Duplicate, right? Kate with her powers, and Cecil just, I don't know, bringing like 20 armed and trained soldiers? What's the difference? I actually would prefer the 20 armed and trained, military trained, like special ops, fucking Delta Force type of fucking soldiers. I would prefer that instead of some sort of little girl who can make clones of herself. You know? Even though these characters have these powers, but like, they don't really, how do I say this? They're not like Superman level powers. They're not like the Flash level powers where they can like straight up turn the tide. One of them has the ability to throw fireworks around or some sort of like, I don't even know what his power was. I'd say Eve, I guess, is strong enough to, she's almost like, you know, Green Lantern. And then you have like Mark, who's basically the Superman, right? But pretty much the rest of them, except for, fuck, what was his name? The guy who never dies. I forgot his name. Most of them have very kind of mediocre power. So I was gonna say that maybe, I mean, Cecil with his fucking teleportation, dude, like, and I'm pretty sure that's not like a power of his. That's like a technology that is coded to him or something. I'm not entirely sure. I think they kind of explained it in the first season. I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure like if they managed to do, if they managed to give trained soldiers that ability, they would be so much more useful. But you know, I digress.
Amber?
I actually came to talk, but if you're busy, I can.
What's on your mind?
Well,
Ah, I see. Girl trouble.
Why though?
Huh?
You know, it's so annoying.
And I love Amber, and I want to be with her, but
But
it feels like the universe is conspiring against us.
the funny thing here is that this isn't even a problem that they're having.
Relationships aren't easy.
It's just that he's very busy, has to go save the world a lot.
I've only dated one guy.
It's not like this is a
Rex was
problem
my
between
first
them.
serious boyfriend,
You know, like
which
this is not like a
sad and
argument that they
embarrassing
got
to admit out
into.
loud.
It's more like
We all gotta start
shit just
somewhere.
coming up.
You know, we'd known each
You
other
know,
for
that's not really a
years,
problem
kinda
that
made
they're having.
sense,
It's more like
and-
just
and it was good
a
for a while.
coincidence.
Until I finally had enough of him cheating on me every time he left the tower.
Now that's a actual problem.
Mark puts himself on the line for people he doesn't even know, and that takes real
Guts to not care what anyone else thinks, you know? And Amber always does the right thing. It's inspiring. She makes me a better person.
A real
Yeah.
catch. So what's the
Honestly,
problem?
you know what I'm hoping? I'm hoping that they realize, oh shit, Mark doesn't have enough time for a real relationship or a normal relationship, and they just break up. And then we don't see any of this bullshit anymore. It's one thing, you know, if the romance is between the heroes, because they kind of save the world together as well, both doing the same job. I've always thought that, you know, the superhero relationships with normal people is just always so unlikely.
saving the world. It's not that. It's that it makes me feel like a
Jerk. Because I'm doing exactly to her what my dad did to me and my mom. But we never complained because A, it made us feel like assholes, and B, we didn't want to distract Dad from saving the world.
Yeah. And honestly, I blame Mark for this because, again, if he was a superhero and if he was truly selfless, he would sacrifice his own want to have a relationship to prevent the other person from, you know, being sad and lonely. Obviously, it's too late now, because now it's like if you were to break up with her, that would also hurt her. But my point is, like, don't start the relationship in the first place. That's what I would do.
And then the last thing he told me before the Viltrumites took him away wasn't, I love you, or I'm sorry. It was, read my books.
Nolan wrote more than just travel books.
What?
He wrote sci-fi novels under a pen name when you were a kid. None of them sold great, so he gave it up. Can you believe he gave them to me as a tip once? A big spender? Your dad was not.
Lost inside the chasm to oblivion. Hate tribes on the planet Wreck.
I told Nolan they were great. Real exciting. I never read them.
The Infinity Ray. It was said to emit an unstoppable energy wave that destroyed anything in its path.
Okay.
If the Infinity Ray is indeed real, and as powerful as the stories claim, it poses a huge
threat to our mission. Savage planet, savage beasts. Our mission was simple.
But the planet had other plans.
Okay. That happened.
Ragnar's.
So what's the deal with these books? Apparently Nolan, or the other guy, said that Nolan tried to sell them, but they didn't sell well, so he stopped.
In an instant,
Why would he be putting details of of his mission or secret meanings or messages into these books? It's not like he was always fighting for the good guys or anything like that. I mean, it was pretty clear that he truly believed in the Viltrumite mission.
And I feared this place would be
My grave. Wait. No way.
What is that? Someone's coming in hot from deep space.
Omni Man.
Immortal, wait. Immortal! Fuck. Donald.
Oh, where did Invincible say he lived again? Crap, this is gonna be tricky.
Dude!
Whoa, hey, I think there's been a misunderstanding. How can I hear you speak? Okay, it's just this implant I have. It lets us communicate telepathically. It's not a big deal. Get out of my head! I am not here to fight.
What's the deal with people just fucking attacking other people without, like, I don't know. Yeah, I understand that Immortal's, like, in a bad mental state right now, blah, 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 but, like, this is excessive, you know? It's like, just because I don't know, lost someone I loved, I'm not gonna go start beating up some random people that I meet, you know? Huh? What?
Just looking for Invincible. Omni-Man said
Oh my god.
And chill the hell out. I do not want to hurt you, sir. Invincible. What the hell is going on? I don't know. I came here looking for you, and then suddenly this douchebag attacked me. You have those on Earth, right? Douchebags?
Alan's my friend. He's a good guy.
I thought you were someone else.
The hell is that guy's problem?
His girlfriend just died.
Well, now I feel like a giant douchebag.
You're a lot bigger than the last time I saw you.
Apparently that's what happened when you almost get murdered by a bunch of Viltrumites, and you or me. But, get this. My boss Thetis is also a Viltrumite.
What?
I know, right? It turns out he rebelled against the Empire like years ago. So, that makes two of you. It's not much, but it is a start. Now, we can only
Yeah, except, you know, even if there were 3 of them,
Said they're gonna execute him.
dude,
They haven't.
from what I get, there's hundreds of them.
On behalf of Thetis and the Coalition of Planets, I am to escort you to Telescria to discuss our war against the Viltrum Empire and how you can help. Grab your stuff, Mark. We got a boogie.
What? No. I just got back from space. Twice. I'm not going back just to talk to your boss.
And this is exactly what we're talking about, right? Oh, Mark doesn't want to go deal with the much more important situation that is dealing with the Viltrumite threat and, like, trying to recruit allies and make connections to potentially fight against this very, very real threat. Instead, he wants to stay in college and fuck his girlfriend, I guess. It's such a... You know, it's such a fucking stupid conversation to even have. Like, what? Like, obviously you're gonna go and try to deal with the Viltrumite situation.
This could be our chance to end Viltrumite tyranny for good. Isn't that what you want?
Of course. But Amber and I are in a
Oh,
weird
but
place.
my stupid human relationship. Like, bro, huh? How is this conversation even real? What do you mean, but? What do you mean, but? There is no but. One is dozens, hundreds of planets being conquered billions of people being killed, and the looming threat of these Viltrumites coming to Earth and killing everything is very real, very imminent. But no, like, oh, my human relationship. I haven't seen my girlfriend in a long time. I just came back from space. Bro, like, this is, like, huh? You're kidding, right? And I'm not saying like this makes the show bad or anything. I'm just saying that, like, this is like an unbelievable conversation to be having.
And now that my mom's looking after my half brother, I can't just ditch her.
Yeah, you can.
Are we gonna have to fight now?
That's the difference, right? Or that's the big thing with superheroes. You have to do you have to see the bigger picture, and you have to do what's best for the greater good.
Thetis will not be happy with me.
Maybe I can help with that.
Hey, is that Space Racer?
Well, it's Space Rider in the book.
It's Space Racer in real life, and he is legendary in that no one is sure if he's real or not.
Okay, so I think everything in these books is real. And it's all stuff that can hurt Viltrumites. That's why my dad wanted me to read his books. He's telling us how to defeat the Empire.
Shit. Can I?
If that is true, which, I mean, let's be honest, it probably is, why would he do that? So again, it's almost like they're trying to, retcon the fact that he was a Viltrumite completely dedicated to the cause. Until Mark, I guess, convinced him otherwise. To the point where he tried to kill himself. Now you're telling me, oh, he wrote a bunch of books where he wrote down, basically, secretly, Viltrumite weaknesses? Like, why would he do that? Why would he do that?
Cam needs to take back to the Coalition.
Of course.
Thetis will be a lot less pissed when I show him all of this.
Yeah, I still don't get why they took him away when they could have just killed him on Thraxa.
That's what I asked.
Rumors of a Viltrumite prison somewhere in space. Maybe they took him there.
Tell Thetis that when it's time to attack, when you need someone for the actual fight, I'll be there.
Count on it.
In order for a Viltrumite to be executed, he must be healed and whole, worthy to stand and face the end of his life with honor. Even if his crime was devoid of it. Yet for even such a craven betrayal, there is a path to redemption. Rejoin your people, Nolan. Let this not be your legacy. You conquered hundreds of planets, brought glory to the Empire. You were one of our greatest warriors. How did a mere moment on Earth turn you into a weak, sentimental traitor?
Knowledge. Information. That's how. The smallest bit of knowledge can change your entire worldview.
That planet and its people are toxic if they could do this to you. They too will pay.
No way he still has one inside of him. Bruh. I feel like their alien security is so lacking. Do they not do scans or something? 100%. If you've come into contact with alien life forms, obviously you would get completely and thoroughly scanned, right? But I mean, maybe not in this universe, I guess.
I'm visiting an old friend.
Why is he going through so many dimensions? Can he not just go directly to the dimension that he wants to go into?
It is good to be home.
Well, not bad. However, I feel like this episode was weak. Definitely. Very, very weak. a lot of, I mean, I think my stance on the whole teen drama bullshit is clear by now. A lot of that, which, like, this whole thing was between these two characters, like, a complete nothing burger, by the way. Their problem, their drama problem was basically that Mark's just busy. Yeah. No fucking shit, bro. Like, duh. And again, I'm just gonna say, if he's a true hero, selfless hero, he would just sacrifice his relationship. Apparently Kate actually died. I mean, okay. Surprising. The only, yeah, like one of the things, I guess, the main thing that I'm just kind of like, huh? Is Nolan writing books about Viltrumite weaknesses? Like, why? I feel like if you're on a mission and you believe in this mission, there's no way you would write down your weaknesses. Like, no fucking way. Even in a story form, I feel like you wouldn't do that. You know, it's like you're a CIA agent or something, right? And you're undercover, you're infiltrating another country. You know, you're undercover, you've gotten a family and stuff like that. And then you write books about the fact that you're an agent in another country. You know, it's like, huh? There's no way he would do that. I mean, maybe he just thought like, oh, like, I'm just gonna write some books, I guess. Maybe if they take off, that's great. But again, if he was just writing some books, why would he like actively make them about Viltrumite weaknesses? I don't know. It seems almost too convenient. Either there's some sort of piece of the puzzle that we're not seeing, or it seems almost like a retcon. They're trying to make Nolan seem redeemable, or like not as bad as he actually is. And oh, by the way, he wrote some books where he detailed Viltrumite weaknesses. That makes him a good guy. No? What? Huh? I mean, maybe it's explained in the future, but I don't know. It just seemed really weird. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed Season 2, Episode 6 of Invincible.